Now, I like cars. I've been really into cars since basically I knew what a car was. I'll get back to the story about that in a minute though. Get down here. Ooh, speaking of cars. Alright, hang on. Oh, hopefully I can catch up to it. Give me a second. I like that. I like that car. Anyway, I'm an aspiring car enthusiast, I suppose. Like, I don't know a whole lot about them, like how the cars work, like the scientific part of it. Give me a second. But I really like Corvettes, especially the old ones like that. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I don't even remember. That the Corvette threw me for a loop. I'm still looking at it. Well, anyway, someday, as aspiring car enthusiast, working on it, I guess. It'd be fun to kind of know more about cars and just be able to do my own stuff and not have to spend $3 gazillion to get at a mechanic. There's no one behind me. You can't wait 2 seconds. People do that. Man, I really went off the rails, and I figured I'd be going off the rails in these videos pretty quickly, but not that quickly. And flinging crap all over my car when I brake too hard. Maybe it's a good thing I don't have like an actual sports muscle car, because I have a 2015 Fusion SE, which I don't really get why it's called SE. It's like special edition or something, but nothing really special about it. I mean, I do like it. It's a good car, but it'd be fun to have a Corvette or like the one I saw, Corvette or Mustang GT. Anyway, probably not good for me to have them because I'll drive them too fast, which is kind of the point of having one, I think. It's supposed to drive them fast. Which is another thing I don't get. Like, why do they make cars like that if you're not allowed to drive them fast? Oh well. I think I've been down this road before. See, it's a little funky. Anyway. Oh, boy, this is gonna be fun. One lane road ahead. Oh man. I didn't even know this bridge thing was here. Woo. That was kind of cool. It also has a sports mode, which it's like a semi-automatic. There's no clutch or anything, so you can't like really change gears, but there's a little button you push that'll change gears. Except for if you go up to about 6,065 RPM. Wow. 6,000 or to 6,500 RPM, I should say. Then it kind of still changes automatically. Now that I know, I've definitely never gotten this car up to the red line. I've been around people, this car drives by and it's all loud and stuff, which I think is kind of cool because I like cars that sound loud, but like more of like a deep, like loud, not like any loudness really. But people who aren't really care about cars and stuff, most of my friends, they're always like, oh, you're so cool, and like kind of make fun of them for having loud cars. But I'm like, I think most of the time, people who make their cars louder and stuff, they kind of do it for themselves. Like, I mean, I'm sure some of them are doing it for attention and stuff, but like I want to have a louder car and stuff. If I did that, I would want to do it for myself. Like, I don't really care what other people think about the loudness of my car. Like, if they don't like it, that's on them. And if they think it's cool, that's fine too. But like people just don't really do it for other people. They do it for themselves, which, like I said, there's always exceptions. Like I'm sure people are doing it just to get attention, some of them. But there's also plenty of people like this guy. Like, I was told, like, oh, you shouldn't do modifications to a Fusionist. You don't want to waste your money on that, which, I mean, they're probably right, but at the same time, if I want to do it, it's my car. I mean, it's not quite my car yet, I still have payments on it. But once I get it paid off, I probably shouldn't be driving it like this since I don't. The tires squeaked a little. No, this is a good car. I do like it a lot, especially for a more of a non-sporty muscle car type thing. I do enjoy this car a lot. The first two cars. Oh, here we go. So my very first car, technically, it was a truck, I guess. It was a manual. I learned how to drive that thing. The clutch was not good at all. It has been a long time since I've driven a manual, but I still probably mostly know how. Future video idea though. Anyway, it was a truck. I didn't really want a truck either. I mean, my parents kind of got it for me, so I should have been more grateful. But you know, I was a high school brat. I wanted a car, you know, and so they ended up selling that thing, and then got a job, used my graduation money, and then, I got a job, kind of saved my graduation money, saved a couple of paychecks, and then I bought this 2002 Honda Civic Coupe. It was white. It was a pretty decent car. It was fairly high miles, though. But I mean, it was 2002 in the Hondas, so they last a long time. Usually. But so yeah, I had that for about a year, and then I was hanging out with my now ex-girlfriend, and this is a while ago. She couldn't drive yet, but she was like, "Can I go back to the car?" She's like, "Hey, can I drive?" Like I said, "Ooh, yeah, well, missed it." There's a little biplane flying, looping around. Anyway. She's like, "Hey, can I drive the car?" Like, mostly it was a joke, I'm guessing, but I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I tossed her the keys, and if you're her family watching this, just turn it off now. Or if you're her watching this, also turn it off now, because I'm gonna. Anyway, I blame myself for it, but she started back out. We're in a parking lot. Backed out, and there's a light post behind us and stuff, and instead of hitting the brakes, she accidentally hit the gas, and the whole back half of the car just kind of crumbled around the pole. And yeah, I like that little car. We named it together, but I mean, it was my own fault. I was more like, she was freaking out. I was like, "Oh, your car and stuff," but I was like, I'm more worried about you. The car was just a car. Like, if she had gone to her, I would have never forgiven myself, probably. But then she broke. Well, then we broke up. So, yeah, my next car was also a Honda Civic. It was also 2002, but it was a 4-door, and it was kind of this old grandma maroonish red color. It was a pretty decent car, though. If I got it up to about 50. Anything above like 55, and I started hitting the brakes, and go like, start vibrating super bad. This is gonna be fun. Hang on. Probably shouldn't do that very much. Anyway. What was I doing? Oh yeah, that car. I had that for quite a while, and then back in August, I was driving down the main highway thing, getting off this exit, and then like I kind of hit the gas and it wouldn't accelerate, and like I couldn't accelerate. I was just slowly slowing down. That was kind of redundant. Tried to turn it back on, it wouldn't work. Got it towed back to my house, and then the tow guy, he kind of knows stuff about cars, I guess. He was like, "Well, turn it on real quick." I turned it on, and it just started right up. It was fine. I'm like, "What?" And turns out the alternator is bad, but then it turns out it wasn't bad. It was like the camshaft sensor, and then I think the water cooling sensor or something. I don't really know what happened, but this was like 4 days before I was gonna go on a big road trip, and I'm like, I need the car that won't die on me halfway down an 8-hour trip. Like, my dad is already there, and my mom was at work, so I had really no way of getting anywhere because I don't have a car. I guess I could have just had a friend take me, but I just walked down to this dealership. I was like, I want a car under 10,000. He showed me one. It was this Dodge Avenger or something or other. Tried to drive it. It was kind of, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it. And then he was like, well, here's one. It was like 12,000. And I was like, that's a bit out of my price range. And it was like, well, you should drive it. And so I did. And then because I have no impulse control, I was like, I'll take it. And then, yeah, it's my Fusion. It is a good car, though. I do like it a lot. I'll be sad when it eventually either blows up or I trade it for something different. But anyway, that's probably it for now. I have an actual topic. I have an actual topic of conversation for the next video. And I'll be working on that. Well, I mean, I'll just stop recording this and then keep recording that since I'm out here. Don't want to drive all the way home and then come back and drive again. Anyway, that's all for now.